What up, people? Video Game XD, and we are back with another video. Well, today we're gonna be reviewing, that's right, the PDP Xbox One Stealth Series Ghost White video game controller. And I don't really do reviews on this channel a lot. I'm usually doing like pickup videos, gamer grabs, live streams, stuff of that nature. But, I just picked up this controller for about 17 bucks. It was 17 bucks on sale. Okay, look at this. Bam. 17 bucks, $16.97 at GameStop. And it's a pretty decent controller. I mean, usually controllers nowadays go for like 40, 50 bucks a pop, especially for the Xbox One, unless you find them on sale, maybe on Black Friday for like 30 bucks. But yeah, here's the controller. Looks pretty badass, doesn't it? For $17, I was expecting this thing to look like, not look bad, because on the box it looks really good. But I was expecting it to feel kind of like cheap and plasticky, I couldn't really tell if it would be good or not, but I asked the clerk at GameStop, I was like, is this a good controller, or is this like a knockoff? Like, what is this? He's like, actually, it's a really good controller. He's like, for the price, the only reason it's 17 bucks is because it's white, and I guess a lot of people don't like white controllers for some reason. I think white's pretty decent, but a lot of people like the black and the blue and the red controllers, so they're trying to weed out the white controllers. So I was like, shit, man, for 17 bucks though, that's a fucking steal. I'm a cheapskate, I get my shit cheap. And I needed a second controller for my Xbox One because when I do see my daughter, we play when I get to see her, we play Xbox One, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and I needed a second controller to play with her. So I'm on a budget too. I like to find stuff cheap, So I'm like, shit, 17 bucks. I don't want to pay $50 for a controller. And like, look at this fucking thing. To me, this feels exactly like the original Xbox One, controller the system comes with. The analog sticks feel really nice. They're not too tight. They're not too loose. You can click them pretty good. You got the digital pad. The directional pad feels exactly the same. You got your menu button. You got your I can't even remember what the fuck this button's called. I usually just call them start and select. I'm old school like that. You got your A button, your X, Y, B. You got the kind of cheap Xbox logo there. It's just kind of like a picture of the Xbox. It's not an actual light up like the original. That's the only thing cheap about this controller, is that this does not light up. It's just like kind of like a plastic picture. But other than that, the analogs feel perfect. The buttons feel exactly the same as the original Xbox One controller. The left black, right black feel fucking perfect. L and R feel fucking great. They don't feel like cheap plastic. It actually feels really nice. Feels really glossy, kind of like the original. But it is a wired controller. But the USB cord it comes with, this thing is fucking long. I was expecting it to be maybe like 5 feet. This thing's like maybe 7, 8 feet long. And nowadays, most of the time they give you short ass cords for, for cell phones or whatever. But this thing, look at this. Still going, still going, still going, still going. Still going, still going. Look at this. This thing is like 8 feet long. So that's awesome. I mean, if they include a fucking long ass cord with it. Now, I actually heard this controller was $40. This was 40 bucks like a year ago, back in like maybe 2 years ago, 2017. It's almost 2019 now. But this thing was 40 bucks, and for it to be like 20 bucks now, and I got it on sale for 17, that's fucking great. And Like, I felt both the... Here's my original Xbox One controller, okay? I felt this, and then I felt this. I actually like this better. I like this better than my original Xbox One controller. I don't know why. Like, after feeling this, I feel this, and it feels... I mean, it doesn't feel cheap, but it feels really light. And maybe because it's worn out, because I've played my Xbox quite a bit. So it feels kind of worn out now. And yeah, this is wireless, but I don't use the wireless feature anyways. I plug a USB cord into this because I'm not really a wireless kind of guy. But I actually like this better. This feels like, it feels a little bit heavier in my hands. It feels more, kind of like more durable. I don't know why. And the only difference, honestly, with this controller, like I said, this button right here, it's kind of cheap. And there's this button right here. It's actually a volume button. If you plug your headphones in, you know, if you're chatting with people on Xbox Live, you can actually control the volume with this button instead of having to do it from your TV or whatever. So, I mean, it includes that too. So, yeah, man, I highly recommend this controller. For something that's off-brand, this is fucking great. Like, I grew up with Mad Catz. I don't know if you guys remember Mad Catz back in the day for, like, the PlayStation 2 and, like, the Xbox controllers. They were decent for what they were. They were only, like, 15, 20 bucks. But, like, those felt cheap, kind of, you know? But this feels like a fucking legit Microsoft controller, and this actually works with Windows 10, I believe. It's Windows 10. You can plug it in your computer, and you can use this on emulators. You know, do emulation with it. And I got Windows 8. I never plugged this in and tried it yet, but I'm guessing it will work for Windows 8. You know. So yeah, man, for the price, $17. Even at the original price is $24.99, $25. Even at $25, I highly fucking recommend this shit. Highly. If you're looking for like an extra controller, you don't want to pay $50, you're on a budget, or you just need it for like a friend or a relative or something to play with, get this controller. Get it, okay? It's at GameStop. $17 on sale. Only the white edition, because they're trying to get rid of white. But even if you find it in blue or a different color, spend the $25 because this shit is legit. Great controller. I highly recommended it. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. This is Video Game XD Reviews. I'm out. Peace.